Yo, what's up guys, Minimator Steel here, back again with another video. If you haven't already, I suggest you go check out my 1 to 2 year anniversary special video. 2 years of this channel, amazing, and like I said in that one, thank you all so much for the support over the past 2 years. With that said, for this one, I will be discussing what if America never joined World War II. Now, how do I put it this way? It's eventually gonna end up with America entering the war anyway, but here we go. So now, the only way this would happen, of course, is if Japan never attacked Hawaii, specifically Pearl Harbor of it. The Japanese emperor was swayed not to attack it because his main generals knew that by attacking Pearl Harbor, they would invoke America into the war, which, if I recall correctly, they said waking up the sleeping giant. That's a famous quote from a Japanese general at the time. Now, with the war in Europe, Asia, and Africa, Europe is dead, Africa is mostly occupied by the Axis, except southern parts of it being under British rule, but eventually that'll be lost. Japan is quickly swifting through the rest of China, or whatever's left of it, because the whole Chinese country is dead, by the way. Europe and the rest of the world on fire. Britain knows that without the help of the United States, Europe is dead. The world is just dead. So the Germans eventually prepare for an assault on mainland in Britain. Then eventually they are successful. Britain, at its final attempt, gives all of Canada to the United States. And of course they annex it, whatnot. With that said, the sun had finally set on the British Empire. America, just behind the sidelines, realizes that neutrality isn't going to last. Eventually, the Axis powers are going to attack, whether America wants to stay out and be neutral. Russia, on the other hand, is not doing great either. With the British Empire now out of the picture, Germany and its allies can now focus on both sides, and even when winter hits, it's not going to do crap. So with that said, the Germans, Italians, Japanese, and their other allies push in on the Soviet Union, thus putting an end to communism. Well, not entirely, but mostly. Now, the Axis see that there's only one superpower left to deal with, the United States. The US, seeing how the Axis are preparing for an all-out war against the United States, prepare its military force and forms an alliance against the Axis powers called the American Alliance, and enforces the Monroe Doctrine, of course, because they don't want other colonial powers taking American lands. Well, if you don't know what the Monroe Doctrine is, search it up. It's basically a law saying that no European powers or colonial empires are allowed to take any land from the Americas, which eventually did happen, with the exception of Britain, of course. Don't know why, but alright. So, eventually, the Axis powers, specifically Germany, Italy, Japan, land in northern USA in the Canadian parts, but the US, with a strong military, pushes the Axis powers back out of the United States and prepares its own assault, its own attack. First taking Greenland, then Iceland, then preparing an all-out invasion with the help of the other American nations, in Central and South, of course. Eventually, the US and its allies take the United Kingdom, liberating it, and storm throughout Europe. Eventually, the Germans, Italians, and the Axis in Europe crumble to the hands of the United States. America and its allies finally push up in the Japanese colonies. Seeing how Japan is not going to give up so easily, America does what it did in real life. Bomb the crap out of Japan. Because, why not? Japan's an Axis power. So eventually, World War II does end. Now, like I said, America may stay at neutral for a while, but that neutrality wouldn't last forever. Who knows? Just like the what if post-World War I Austria brings back the Holy Roman Empire, this video was based off of the idea from Hearts of Iron 4, the video game where you choose a nation and decide the fate of said nation. They got all these amazing DLCs, World War II, World War I, aka Kaiser Redux, Fallout here and there. It's a fun game. I suggest you go play it out and try its DLCs. Alright, that's it. I'm going tonight. Thank you all so much for the support of the 2 years. I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving the other day. I know I did because it's tradition here in America. So see you on the next video. Boom. Son of a nutcracker.